Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Moran and I am a branding strategist here at Red Shark Digital, and today I'm going to go through on how to post a blog on your WordPress site. So starting off here in our good old Google search, and what you're going to do is enter in your domain name. I'm going to be posting a blog on our Red Shark Digital website today, so I'm just going to go into Red Shark Digital. You can already see it creating here, and you're going to want to put in this /WP admin, and that's going to take you to your WordPress login. So then it'll bring you here to your Red Shark page, and you're just going to want to enter in your password. Then we're going to go through, this is your dashboard that you get to once you log in on your WordPress for your back end of your website. And we're going to go to post, go and add new, and that will take us to a new blogging space. So this is a blank one, and what we're going to do, I like to go ahead and have my Microsoft Word kind of pulled up where I've got the blog written. You can see it here. I Command All, and then I copy it and come back to here and just paste it right in. Go ahead, and it makes it easy for me to see it all and know, what I'm working with. Then I like to go in and title it just so I know. And today we're doing Nick's perspective. Oh, except for I can't spell. There we go. And it's iPhone versus Android. So from here, I'm going to go through and first start messing with the text and editing it however I might need to. You can see you've got pretty much your standard different things: bold, italicized, bulleted list. I do recommend, if you do have a bulleted list in your blog, if you've typed it out on Word, to take out that bullet list and add it in using this style or a numbered list as well. Go ahead and go in and edit wherever I might need to. Another great thing for SEO purposes for your blogging is to try and make different subtitles. I usually try to stay within that 1 or the 2 or 3 range when I'm doing these, just because the 1 is really large. And I'll just go through and highlight all of these different subheadings that I created. And it's good too, just to kind of break it up for the reader as well, for readability. It's a great thing to kind of add in here, is these different subtitles. And we're going to go through, I think that was the last one. So now I'm at the bottom of the blog, and you can see here I've got a link that I want to add. So I'm going to copy it, delete it out, and then I actually want to put it in right here, this attention to detail. And you could do multiple words, one word, anything. And you're going to want to insert or edit the link. You could also use Command K if you're working off of a Mac. Paste it in, and there it is. I'm also going to delete these little things just for my purposes. So go through, and it's looking pretty sweet. Another important thing though is we want to add a cover photo, and we want to add some imaging in the blog itself. So I'm going to go in here, add image. It's great to stick, if we go back here, this 1000 by 400 cover image. That's what it recommends for our blog, so we really try to stick to that. Now, normally you would go in, upload, find your file, and bring it to your media library. I've already built this blog once, but for our purposes, this is the cover photo that we want, and you can see here it's also really important over here on the right to put in a title and an alt text, just again for the SEO purposes, so Google will find that image and pull it. So we're going to select it, and there's our glorious Nick highlighted for us. And I also have a couple images that I want to add to the blog. It's important when you're adding images to be sure that you're not putting them here kind of in the middle of your text, because when Google searches it and they see it as this version, they're going to see the image, code randomly in sentences, and that breaks it up and it doesn't look good. So we want to be sure that we really, pay attention to where we're placing these. Again, you're going to go to Add Media, and this is the image that I want here. It's an iPhone versus Android Pros, and we're going to insert in the post, and it's really large, and we definitely don't want it that big. And again, you can see you can align left, align center, align right, or no alignment. We're going to align it center just because I kind of want it set that way, and bring it down. So what's great about WordPress is you have this preview ability without publishing it. So we're going to preview it just to see how it sits in the blog. And it'll pull it up for you here, let it generate. And there it is. And I think that's a little small, so we're going to come back over here and make it a little bit bigger. We'll try it this way. And again, preview, and it'll reload it here and show us how it looks. There, that looks a little bit better. Another thing with your imaging too is you can add a caption. You can see here where you can go back to edit, and you can do this when you first insert it into the post as well. And we're going to just show you how this looks. So iPhone Pros and Android Pros. Update it, and you can see it puts it here. And again, we go in preview, and it'll show you how it looks on this site. So it'll kind of make it a box almost and put it in there. Now, I don't really want that on here, so we're actually going to go back and take this out and update it. Now, I do actually have another image. It's a GIF. I'm a huge fan of GIFs. I love me some GIFs. And I wanted to put it in. It's an image of myself and our creative director, Spencer, FaceTiming, because in the blog, Nick mentions FaceTiming and how he really likes that. So we're going to go back, add media. Again, I've already loaded it in, and I do have the title and the alt text, and we're going to insert it into the post. Now I want it right aligned, so we're going to switch it over. And you can see here, because I had it set right here at the end of this sentence, it's almost pulled it down below where it's talking about the series successes. You can just grab the image and pull it up, and you can see the cursor here kind of going around in the paragraph, and it shows you we're going to put it right here next to the battery life is awesome. Now this is a little large, so I am going to pull it down just a touch, just so it fits a little bit better. And again, we're going to go back and we're going to preview just to see how it lands on the page, you know, organically, and to make sure it looks the way that we want it to. So we're going to scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, and there it is. And I like how it's fitting here, so we're going to leave it in our WordPress editor just the way it is. Now, another thing, I've got the blog pretty much all set up how I want it, except for we're going to delete that extra space. And it's looking good, so we're excited. We're going to move over here and start doing a lot of the SEO pieces. You can see I've already put in Nick's perspective. We're going to make it a standing blog for us about once a week. And that's going to be like our #1 primary category. But I'm also going to add in a couple other pieces. We'll go ahead and do their social media, web design, since he mentions it a couple of times. I think we're just going to leave it at that. And I did make sure that this set as the primary. If you ever want to change your mind, you can always come in and make a different one. You can also add categories. So if you're wanting to do something different, you can always add it in. If you don't want it, its own parent category, so the way that the social media, top 10, that kind of stuff is set up, you can house it under something else, just in the same way that this Nick's perspective is housed underneath blogging. The next piece is adding these tags. So you can, as it says here in italicized, you know, do it with a comma. And I just like to kind of try and find different things that are searchable on Google that people might be looking up. FaceTime, Siri, Galaxy, Samsung, what else is there? Application, apps, let's see. We'll just leave it at that for now. Oh, there's iCloud, we'll add that too. So you can add as many as you want here, and WordPress also gathers ones that you've most used in other ones, and it's good to have kind of similar ones because it'll help the user see different blogs that you might have all on Facebook, external linking, domain authority, etc., etc. So the next piece of our blog is to scroll on down, and you can see here we've got some different specific things that we've added on our website, a little definition, slides for some of our how-to blogs, and those are all things that you can add as well on the back end of your website. You just send us a note if you're looking at doing that, and we can help you out. Now, the website will automatically build your meta and title description here. You go in and edit it, want it to look a little different. We like to title ours with Shark Bites. That's the name of our blogging space. And you can see it's already creating here because I've already created this blog once. That's kind of how we like to put ours. Obviously, you can keep it however you want. I do suggest that for blog space, you try and keep it at least somewhat consistent. And the slug here is obviously this last part off of the backslash. You can edit it here, and you can also edit it up above underneath when you first created it, the title for your blog. Now the meta description, I recently learned from our SEO strategist that it's really important to try and have a call to action in your meta description. I've already written one out just because I've built this already, but we're gonna pull it just because I'm a little lazy and don't want to type it all the way out. But we've broken the pros and cons of iPhone versus Android. Come read up on Nick's latest perspective to learn more about different operating systems. And I just realized that needs to say broken down. So I'm gonna go back in our other blog and edit that. But Yoast does an amazing thing here, giving you this kind of green light on if it's a sturdy, solid blog title and meta description. So that is something that I'm really excited about that they have. And just close it out. Another important piece is to put in this focus keyword. You want to try and not have the same focus keyword used a lot. So we end up writing a lot of blogs on social media and digital advertising and SEO as well. So we try to always make sure that it's a different piece from that blog. So if it's a bunch of different social media ones, maybe one's talking about Snapchat, one's talking about Facebook advertising, pulling those different keywords are what we usually try to do. For this one, I'm going to use iPhone. And it's, here in the analysis, it's giving us different, again, green, orange, and red lights on what's important and what might not be as important and what you're kicking butt in, which we've got a lot of. We don't have any alt attributes in our imaging focus on the focus keyword, which is okay in my book. Usually that's one that I'm not super concerned with. But again, having the focus keyword appear in the first paragraph of the copy is pretty important. So normally I would go back in and try and figure out how I could include that in that first paragraph. I'm really surprised it's not. Well, it starts here in a second. So normally I'd go through and edit here to try and find something to, make that happen. And then the author, we're going to go ahead and give Nick credit where credit is due. And you can also see here back on the Yoast, the readability comes in as green too. So I really strive to make sure both of these are green. But sometimes the readability can be a little hard, especially if it's just a short blog, because it's like this one will be with just a YouTube video pretty much embedded in it, not much text. So it can really be a difficult thing to get that readability to look green. So Nick did a great job in writing this blog, so we're already in that green department. And it'll show you here too, that same pieces over here on the right. So we're pretty much done. We've written the blog, it's all looking snazzy. We've got all of our categories, different tags, imaging, the whole 9 yards. So once you are feeling confident and ready to publish, you just hit that publish button and it's gonna pop it up there in your blog space. And it's generating, it'll come up right here. Boom, so we're now live. If you have any more questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We do have a comment section here below, or you can reach out to us on our website, which I'll show to you here, redsharkdigital.com. We don't want to go back in there. So please feel free to reach out to us, ask us any questions, follow us on social media. We do have a live chat on our website. You can get a quote, anything you might need. And we are big fans of WordPress. We use that in all of our design and everything of that nature. So if you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. And again, my name is Sarah Moran, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks.